Hello everyone. Today I'm back with Onionhead Andrew, and he's got something that he's figured out and he's going to share it with us. Um uh I don't know. I'm going to back up my videos before I share this. So I'm just going to turn it over to him and let him say what he's figured out. Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't invent this. This isn't my invention. I've been messing around with high voltages for a long time, and I just figured out more or less what I was doing. This is a stun gun right here. And what I've done is I've hot glued a stick to it. This is like a ruler, like a measuring ruler stick, right? It's not actually, but it's like it. And then what I also did is I hot glued some cardboard. And this cardboard right here is to keep the electrodes at the same level as this plane, as the stick. And the reason for that is I took coiled wire. All right. So I coiled some wire and I attached one side to an electrode, right? So one side of the stun gun, that's that side.
Did
And
you
then I
wrap it
left it,
around that electrode?
yes, I wrapped it around this electrode and I
Oh yeah,
hot
this is
glued
for entertainment purposes only, by the way.
entertainment purposes only. And I hot glued it to this side after it was wrapped around. And then I kept this side, the other side, as a little spark gap. That spark gap is about an eighth of an inch. This is it working. That's the spark gap. What this does is it disables radio frequency ID chips inside your body. Okay. Uh, the wire I used is just speaker wire. It's braided. It's 18 gauge. It's 20 gauge, something like that. And I coiled it like this.
But
This
it's
is
got to
all
be
I did.
stripped, don't it?
Yeah, the ends need to be stripped. One side, like I said, is connected straight to the electrode, and the other side is gapped. And then you can see, so you just strip it like you would a wire, you just strip it. And that's what
You
I've
want to
done
strip
here.
the whole thing, right?
No, 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 no. You keep the regular part of the wire insulated, right? So that's what I've done here. You can see, excuse me. But underneath the hot glue, this is regular insulated. The only thing I did was strip these ends. I stripped this end. You can't see that. That's the side that's hot glued. And I stripped this end. That's the side that spark gaps. And here, I'll set it off of it. So both the ends are stripped, but the rest of the wire is kept together. Now, the reason I use the cardboard is to keep this spark gap at the exact right spot. Okay. I'm not the inventor of this. This just makes a very, very weak electromagnetic pulse. That's all it does. It's a very, very weak one. They can't even disable electronics. There's nothing illegal against this. What you do is you press this against your skin. Do not be afraid of this. You press this against your skin. You keep your hands away from the spark gap. Okay. The spark gap is like a stun gun because this is a stun gun. So you keep your hands away from it. And a certain field, electromagnetic field, it's called a toroidal field, is produced from this coiled wire. That's why we coiled the wire. Now, when you press this to your skin, it's if there is any RFID underneath your skin in the subcutaneous layers, this destroys the inner workings of it. Okay. Those RFID chips aren't completely destroyed. They retain some functionality. I believe GPS. I'm not sure. This is just based off of anecdotal evidence of experiencing this. I've been doing this for a while now. So I have some experience with this after disabling the majority of the functionality of the RFID, And again, this is for entertainment purposes. So whatever. I'm not a doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you disable that, you're still going to get hit though, right? There's other
Uh,
things you have to do. You're still going to get stalked. You're still going to get all
yes,
that.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the
So
torture from the physical torture will go way down.
way down, way down. The way this works, roughly speaking, is
And you've
that
tried this.
done it. I'm well past trying it. I'm 99 point something, 98% symptoms relieved right now, as of right
So
now.
so you basically, if you don't know where your chips are, you just have to go through your whole body.
It's going to take time. It's going to take you a week, something like that, give or take. So as you're doing this, before the physical implants are nodes, okay? These nodes are sending low voltage impulses across nanomachinery that's in vivo. In vivo means in your body, okay? These are the biosensors that organically form. They're in the air, the food, and the water. I'm not going to go too far into that for the sake of Dave's channel. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? So Dave himself, you've been eating lots of garlic, right? And you've noticed now for since pretty much the first time we talked, I reminded you that you had done it before and what it was doing, and you've been doing it since then. And just talk about it.
Oh
Does
yeah,
it help
my
you?
energy levels have improved. I've been doing it about 2 months straight. My energy levels have improved. I still get heated up and still sweat every now and then. Like I sweated for 3 hours straight the other day out of my head. I mean, it was 70 degrees in the house. The air was on. Everybody
Yeah,
was comfortable, and I was pouring sweat for 3 hours straight. I
yeah,
still
that's
get hit
that.
with V2K. I still hear
Uh-huh.
V2K.
I still get hit with V2K too, even though I've got all my symptoms
And
relieved.
now
I'm
garlic, there's a thing with garlic, and you have to activate allicin in it.
uh,
So you have to press garlic. Here's the key to getting the allicin to the full potential. You press your garlic through a garlic press. It's worth getting a garlic press. Because what you do is when you press the garlic, Allison, when you press or cut or anything, garlic has something it releases to protect itself, and it's
yeah.
Allison, and that's very powerful in your body, and it gets rid of heavy metals and everything. It's worked for me, and I know people say, "Oh, you talk about garlic too much on your channel." I'm
No, no,
trying to
no.
give y'all a secret that if you
Yeah,
take the
okay.
time,
So what Dave's doing is he's destroying nano machinery that's in vivo. He's using garlic to do it. That's what's going on. So the physical implants are the nodes. The nano machinery forms around the nodes. And as these nodes send voltage from A to B, the nano machinery connects it. And then all of a sudden, what you have is you have a channel of polarization. What I mean by that is it's an artificial nervous system that can be remotely accessed. Now, a directed energy weapon can hit one side or both sides of the uh, this paradigm I'm talking about, this nanomachinery and physical implant paradigm, and send a voltage across it. Okay, so one side becomes very positively charged, one side becomes very negatively charged, and that's what's sending these impulses through quote targeted individuals' bodies on a near constant basis. That's what's happening to you. Okay, so the first thing you do is you build this we just talked about. It's a stun gun. You want a stun gun with a nice switch. That's important. You want a real nice switch. And then, like I said, you build this apparatus so that you can coil the wire and you can attach one side and spark gap the other one. You can use tape, you can use hot glue, you can use super glue, you can use sticks like a ruler, like I have, right? That's literally the ruler I was talking about. And cardboard, you can use just cardboard. You can use anything, right? Just get it done. That weak EMP destroys the physical implants. The second thing you need to do, you don't need to do anything, you're your own person, but you could do is fast. When you fast, when you don't eat and you don't drink, what happens is the nano machinery destroys itself on the third day. Your body more or less breaks it apart. This is for entertainment purposes only, right? Science fiction world. Ooh, none of this is real. It's all very real, but it's all not real, right? Again, protecting Dave's channel. The third thing to be done is the last thing. And once you do this thing, it's for, where did I put them? It's the nanobots. And there are nanobots that are sprayed into your environment. And you use a TENS unit and it destroys them. I misplaced it. That's so annoying. But it
now
destroys.
something like this. Now this is a 10 unit, but it goes around. It's for neuropathy, and if you put this on your feet, it pulses your
See,
feet.
Dave's already got the stun gun too. So Dave's ready to go. Dave could be doing all this stuff by tomorrow, the next day. In a week or two right now, he'd be experiencing a 98% reduction or whatever of the targeting symptoms.
What
Again,
about V2K?
V2K did not go away. That's another weapon system completely. They're using like another thing I have no idea about. I mean, I do have some idea, but I'm not going to guess right here on your video. Anyways, this is the TENS unit I've been using. It's just a handheld. I love this one because it's so easy to use. Right. So the nanobots, what they do is they crawl on you and they leave a payload. right? They disperse a payload of a polymer. And that polymer is the same polymer that's associated with the nanomachinery inside of your body. And when I mean nano, I really mean nano. These are molecular size things that come together. All right. So those are the three elements to uh, the base. There's more than that to targeting in general, but if you deal with these three elements, you'll have a crazy reduction of your symptoms. And again, it's above 90%. You'll figure it out yourself. But the first thing is making the weak EMP. Make the weak EMP. Destroy the physical implants. The second thing is if you get into that state, that alkaline state that I've talked about on Dave's channel, destroy that in your body nanomachinery. Okay. And the third thing is the nanobots that are crawling on the outside of your skin. And this isn't every target, but this is the majority of targets during break-ins, stuff like that. This is what they're spraying on your clothes, your food, your furniture. This is the crawling sensation most people talk about that are targeted. Use a TENS unit and you'll find the nerve clusters. And once you run up the nerve cluster, it shakes them out more or less, destroys them. The low voltage from the TENS unit destroys the nanobots. Once you do those three things, you're going to have, like I said, a crazy reduction. That's it. But it starts with the weak EMP, and it's going to take you time to find all of the RFID. It took me a while and a long time, and because I didn't know exactly what I was doing when I started it. I've been messing with high voltages for a long time. So, by the way, TENS unit, low voltage. Weak EMP, high voltage. High voltage, low current. Low voltage, low current. Okay. So we're always messing with low currents. We do not want to send high voltage, high currents through our body. That's what causes dangerous situations. But low current, high voltage, that's why they get away with stun guns, right? That's why you can buy these at a sporting goods store for 20 bucks because you're not sending high current. You can't, the odds of stopping your heart or someone else's heart is so low that it can be legally sold in most places in the world. Even places that ban knives will sell stun guns for this reason. Low voltage, low current, always low current. Low voltage, low current, TENS unit. High voltage, low current, always low current though. Okay, that's the key thing to remember about all this. I kind of forgot what I was saying, but the physical implants are the nodes. They are the epicenter, and the nanomachinery clumps to them and grows out from there in these networks of artificial nervous systems. So what we're doing is we're destroying artificial nervous systems. We're getting foreign parasites, both man-made and biological. Well, they're all lab-made, out of our skin, out of our body, and that's what's going to get us off the grid. That's made directed energy weapons hyper effective. Without those things, directed energy weapons aren't hyper effective. They become, they feel like you still have the RFID chips in there. Those feel like metal slivers at this point where I'm at right now. And when they hit me, it feels like a little metal sliver is warming up because that's what's going on. It's warming up and it still hurts a little bit, like a metal sliver that was warming up would feel like, but it's no longer amperage. It's no longer a current being sent through my body, making me jumpy all the time.
So on one of them, you just wrap it around the coil, right? On the taser. Then on the other one, what do? You just tape it close to it
On the other side,
on the gap.
on the gap, what I did is I hot glued right up to the gap. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. So when it sparks, it hits the metal and attaches that.
Yeah, yeah. The gap is about an eighth of an inch.
Right.
I don't know if you can see that
So why is it not sparking on the other side?
because the other side is wrapped around the electrode. This
Okay, all
side
right.
is,
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to know.
yeah, and it's hot glued I put the hot glue straight over the electrode. That's the beauty of hot glue. You can do that. It doesn't ruin the connectivity. That's why I
Now,
used it.
what would happen if you stripped all the wire and tried it? It would shock you, right?
Yeah, it would shock
So you want to make sure
you. Yeah.
if you want to make sure to leave the rubber on and just cut the ends, right?
Yep, just the ends. That's all
All
you
right.
need to
And
do.
important thing on garlic again, and I
Hmm.
know when you crush it, you have all right. So when you crush it, it takes 8 to 10 minutes for the allicin to activate. All right.
Hmm.
So if you leave it longer after you crush it, you've got and the 10 minutes is there. You got a 3 or 4 minute window to eat it and get the full benefits because the allicin
Hmm.
goes away.
Okay, so yeah, and let's just stay on that for just a second. Why Dave is talking about this so much is because this is how he's figured out how to destroy this crap in his body.
Oh yeah, I
That's
feel
it.
10 times better, and I'm not.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you had your physical implants gone, or if they were not functioning, because I can't surgically remove them,
Now I
right?
still get V2K heavily every day.
Yeah, I get
And
it
I'm
all the
still
time.
getting bouts of vertigo,
Yeah,
tinnitus. I'm still
yeah.
experiencing that, but it's nowhere
Well,
near the level I was experiencing it.
hmm
Like when I
and
close my eyes, I've been programmed for about 3 years now to when I can close my eyes and I'll start my whole body starts vibrating, shocks in the back of my head.
yeah,
I get nauseated, and
that's
then I start getting
amperage.
heated up. It just closing my eyes. It's my
That's
body.
current. Yeah, and that's current and voltage being sent across your body that shouldn't
Now
be there.
this and now it still happens, but it's a
Mhm.
lot less intense.
For me right now,
No, for
the
me, like if I
okay.
close my
Oh,
eyes, I still
yeah, yeah,
get it. I'm still programmed,
yeah, yeah,
but it's not near as severe as it was back when it
yeah.
first started.
Because there's a lot less nanomachinery in vivo in your body.
Right. See, if you put
Yeah.
a fork in a microwave and turn the microwave on, it's going to
Hmm.
spark because electromagnetic field radiation is hitting it. So if
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
metals in your body and you're getting
Yep.
hit with frequencies, of course, it's going to spark. It's going to heat up.
Yep. Yep. So Dave's figured out a way to destroy the nanomachinery. Another way to destroy the nanomachinery is to not eat and not drink. And on the third day, your body starts to just destroy it. It just starts to tear it apart. So you can eat garlic, you can eat orange peels, grapefruit peels, onions. That's why I call myself OnionheadAndrew. That's the whole reason for that name, was so that people understood, like, because the main public is being hit with the nano machinery part of this. That's where targeting goes back to the public, is through that. They're trying to figure out ways that they don't need physical implants on the public. That's why targeted individuals exist. But anyways, you can use a whole bunch of things to destroy it. The
Well, they don't
easiest thing,
need physical implants right now anyway,
that's
though.
what the that's what the nanomachinery is. It's inorganic, or it's organic. It
What
takes
I'm
the
saying, they can
Yeah.
target you with your DNA or your brain signature too.
Yeah, but super ineffective. It's like the V2K without the directed energy weapons is nothing. It's like who gives a crap? It's just like a little murmur. But when you're getting destroyed, with directed energy weapons that are hitting the physical implants, that are sending the voltages through the nanomachinery, then the V2K actually works. And you're like, you don't know,
But
you're
what
like,
I'm saying
oh,
is, even Amy said it. Now they don't need implants or sensors or anything to target you.
well, I think that there's weapon systems that, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think there are weapon systems that work, without that. But I'm thinking the scale is like non-existent. It's like so far into the who gives a crap? Like there's just evil Doctor Evil stuff. Like it's comical that we don't even shouldn't even really be engaging with it. Because like here, let me say it like this. In the 1970s, they were using, and beyond that, 1950s is when this started in West Germany, East Germany, by the Russians. Uh, but I'm sure the British were doing it too, and the Americans. But anyways, they sent huge amounts of microwave radiation into the embassies, huge amounts. Right? You can look this up. It started right after World War II. The Nazi scientists, Operation Paperclip, were picked up by the Soviets and the NATO apparatus. They had already been developing these weapons in the concentration camps and stuff like that. That's been proven. It's not me speculating.
Oh yeah.
So that, yeah, this goes way back to World War II. Beyond that, it goes back to Tavistock Institute, 1920s, with the shell shock uh, patients. They were working these weapons on the electromagnetic radiation. I mean, Tesla, I'm getting off a little bit, but Tesla and Steinmetz and all those people in 1890, They figured out basically how electricity could be propagated, could promulgated, whatever, could be sent across areas. And then 1910s, they're trying to weaponize it. So by 1940s, they were doing this in war. And that's, again, that's what Nazis were doing. Those Nazi scientists became NATO and World War II scientists. My point is that they were sending mass amounts of radiation through these embassy workers way back then. Talk about Havana syndrome. This was West Berlin syndrome. And this was
Yeah.
1950, right?
And Trump
1950.
admitted the other day that time manipulate that we have tech that exists that man, I'm gonna have to find that video and play it and do commentary on it. But he said it the other day. We have tech that will blow people's minds, and then he admitted to tech that can manipulate time and space.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I honestly at this point, I don't know. You know what I mean? I know that I don't know, but I do know about this. 1950s, they did this, and guess what? What happened to the people? The worst afflicted of them, these mass amounts of microwave radiation, crazy, way more microwave radiation than me or Dave get, way more. These people, what happened to them is the worst off of them got leukemia. So they had a white blood cell issue, right? They were removed from the embassy at some point because of this white blood cell issue. They recovered. Okay. So that was way, way, way more microwave radiation back then than we have now, the average targeted individual. They literally had vans right in front. They had buildings right next to these embassies, these government places that were pumping out mass amounts of this radiation. Again, way, way more than is happening to targeted individuals today. And these people were way more healthy than targeted individuals today. And why is that? Because they didn't have physical implants and they didn't have nanomachinery growing in them and they didn't have nanobots crawling on them. Okay. So to make the directed energy weapons hyper effective, they need these things. It's not just me speculating. They had to put these things in to the weapons platform for to get the effects that they're getting right now. And they very much are killing many, many people with these weapon systems right now. They're giving them heart attacks. They're giving them strokes. They're giving them cancers. They're giving them all sorts of chronic illnesses. Okay. I have personal people in my life that have been killed with these weapon systems. So I'm not just saying this. Most targeted individuals know of other targeted individuals that have been killed with these weapon systems. I can name off 3 to 5 right now. I'm not gonna. That's not the point. The point is that nanomachinery, uh, heavy metals build the nanomachinery. The nanomachinery goes on the implants, the physical implants. The physical implants are buttressed with the nanobots. Okay. And what we just described here in this video, and I want to keep this short so people actually watch it, is how to destroy the physical implants. That's what this does. Fasting or eating garlic destroys the nanomachinery, and the TENS unit disables the nanobots. All right. The TENS unit you kind of have to do on a regular basis. Depends how infected your area is. This is what they're doing during break-ins. This is why when they break in, they're moving stuff around so that you focus on the moving stuff around and not what I'm talking about. All right. So you go, oh man, my toilet ring. That's why they love messing with toilets. The toilet is because you sit on the toilet a lot, right? The toilet seat covers moved. The shower ring's gone. Some crap like that. No, they're spraying nanobots. They're spraying chemicals. They're spraying all these things that make the weapon systems work better. Okay. So what we just described here today is a way to relieve 90 something percent of your symptoms. Okay. But you got to do it. You got to have the courage to do it. You build the stun gun. You take the stun gun. This is a $30 stun gun. You get a good one with a good switch. You put a stick on the back. You hot glue it, or you super glue it, or you tape it. You put some cardboard so it puts it at the same plane as the electrodes, the wire that is. You take the wire, regular speaker gauge. This is 1820 gauge is what I meant to say. It's braided. It costs nothing. You can buy this at any hardware store, any speaker store. You coil it, which what I mean by that is you run it in a circle about 5, 6, 7 times, something like that. You strip like this, right? You strip both ends. You take one end, you hot glue it to one electrode, you take the other end, you keep a spark gap of about 1/8 of an inch, and then you hot glue the whole thing together, and whammo, press
And
this.
in the middle of that circle's the field, right?
Yep, in the middle of the circle, not the
It
spark
creates
gap.
a field. Okay.
Keep the spark gap away from you, right? The middle of this field, because you don't want to get shocked. Keep that away from you, but you need the spark gap. The spark gap's what makes the pulse. Go. That's it. That's where you start. The rest of it, you can figure out. And Dave, we can talk about this again when you feel is appropriate. You know, after you start feeling some of the effect of what I'm talking about using the
Well, I
field,
don't know how long it's going to take me to do
find
that.
everything. I had 40 of roughly give or take 10 of 40 of these things in my body. I had probably 15 in my head alone, probably 12 on the left side, and then another five, so 17 on the right side. I had uh, 10 on the left side of my back, 10 of these, right? You know, the biggest one being right behind my lungs. And there's a reason for that. Because you were breathing in heavy metals. They're using these chemtrail weapons near us. And that's a whole nother conversation. But they need us to ingest heavy metals to build the nano machinery.
Right.
But we can talk about that another time. I don't really
And it
know.
may take me a while to get mine built. So anybody else want to go ahead and try it. I am going to build it. I just gotta really
Yeah.
figure out how to I'm
It's
not
not gonna
tech
take
savvy,
it's not
but
gonna take you much, Dave. You're smart. You can figure this out. And then if you can't, you give me a call and we'll record it and we'll do it live for your viewers.
all
Right?
right,
Because
yeah.
it will literally be that easy. You'll figure you get I can build one of these things in 20 minutes right at this point. The only reason I took
Do you
this
know
one
anybody
apart,
else who you've told to do it that's done it? That's
no,
worked?
this is I've been saving it because I know hell's about to break loose. So you're the first I wanted to tell everyone all at once.
Okay.
Again, I didn't invent this. I'm not the inventor of this. All right. I'm not I other people before me have figured this out.
Right.
I know how the whole thing goes together now. And
Right.
again, I don't know V2K though. I don't know everything about what's going on, but I do know the body stuff of this. You know, what you can do with your body to relieve your symptoms almost immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I really appreciate you coming out, and I'll get this uploaded as soon as I do the other thing I told you I had to do first.
Yeah, for sure. And may God have mercy on us.
Yeah, amen. And oh yeah, I got your number too, so I'll text you later on that way. You know, we have each other's
Okay.
numbers.
Yeah, yeah. And then if anybody needs more information about the in vivo stuff, the in your body stuff, go to Onionhead Andrew. I got all the evidence of my claims there. The nanobot part of it is a big secret, so I don't have a lot of proof of that. So you don't trust me on it. You know, get a TENS unit. They cost $10, $20. Try it yourself.
Right. Well, all right. Thanks for coming out, Andrew. And I'm gonna stop this, and we can say our goodbyes.